Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Somebody say who's in here this morning? We got two people. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Kathy. How are you? Virtual Productions. Good morning. How are you doing? And what's the weather like where you are? Because we have, as you can see, overcast skies. And did you guys get any rain last night, virtual? Because you're in Texas, right? So how is Kathy's morning in virtual? How are y'all's day going so far? Anything special going on? Mm, let's see. It's cold in Cali. Don't you find that a little weird, Kathy? It's like the middle of the summer, and I was talking about this a couple of days ago. It's literally the middle of the summer, and yeah, Dad was having 60 and 50-degree weather. You're still in the bed. You know what? I moved around and left my coffee inside. Y'all hold on a second. Let's see who's got something to say. All right, hold on. Virtual says I pulled over for strong coffee. You could have came here and got coffee. I got coffee made. I'm hitting 95 in South Texas. Afternoon deliveries are darn hot, right? It's been crazy in the afternoons. I believe we're gonna get more rain. We have it in the forecast, Genji. They talk like we're gonna get it from all afternoon and all night. Yep. You know, all this time virtual until yesterday, I did not realize that you and I both were in Texas. I thought that was the craziest thing. You guys hit that like button for me. Yeah, they talk like around 2 or 3, I think, this afternoon it's supposed to hit, and it ain't gonna stop this time, which is good because my garden loves it. And my plants are growing by leaps and bounds, and I've got a little bit of everything out here. Good morning, Nina. I saw that you really enjoyed that clip from Freedom Jeffrey. I was watching him live, and I actually backed up and did a screen recording of it. Unfortunately, there's a part I think that you can hear my son beating on the damn door behind me. Made me so mad. Just like that. Good morning, Michelle. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. And speaking of which, just because I haven't asked about her in a long time, How is Amber doing, Michelle? Yep, they're supposed to start here today, raining. I hope it does. They say it's supposed to get up to 80, but if the sun don't come out, it's not going to make it. It is. You can see that flag moving. This is my favorite place in the world to sit. Deuce likes to sit in the backyard where our fence blocks a lot of this wind. But me, man, I like to be out here where I can feel it. I'm hormonal. Good morning, Gator. I'm hormonal. Y'all watching, y'all see a bird pop in. Hold on a second. There he goes. Y'all see that? Straight into my garden to get a slug. There she went. But good morning, Gator. Good morning, Gator. Hey, I love my Amber though. Too bad I can't get you to get her on here. We'd have fun. I think about her every so often. I do. Because even though she's grumpy, she's such a good person. Jen G says, Jeff, Josh, and David, them all live right now in Florida. I know. I know. Ooh, they're going to Florida. Last place I'd want to be called on earth. Right about now. There ain't no way. Um, well, she's posted up on top of the house right now, but I don't care if y'all name her. Nothing's gonna happen to her here. I don't miss Florida at all. Um, we let me see if I can catch her where y'all can see her. She flew. Never mind. She's right there on that branch, but y'all probably can't see her. Yeah, Florida's not the. This is not Florida. Okay, here's the thing. Florida is known for their oranges, and if you get caught picking one in the state of Florida, they'll put you in jail. I am like not a Florida beach person. And we may not get that many in the live. I just came live just to speak, and the ones that come into my live are my good people or my regulars, and that's what I want to see because it's not. You need to come to Texas and chill with me and Deuce. And I got good information this morning. Well, it's positive information. Let's put it that way. My dad has to lose 10 pounds. There's our bird. Our bird. My dad has to lose 10 pounds. And I asked him, I said, Dad, I said, are you guys still going to try to come up here on the 4th? And he's like, I would really like to be there. No, that ain't why I put him there. I put him there because I like red, white, and blue, and I'm a patriot, and I want to make my neighbor get mad because she thinks it's what's the word, cluttery. But yeah, the pinwheels are there just for patriotism, for the red, white, and blue thing, for being in America and fighting for our freedoms. And I like them, so we're gonna keep them there. But no, they don't keep nothing out. The birds ain't scared of them. So my dad's still playing with the idea of being here on the 4th, is my point. Gator, that's something I've never had is gator of any kind. And I'm not sure that I want to because I don't like seafood and I don't like fish and all that. And I'm just not big on crap that comes out of the water. I love my pinwheels. But no matter what I do, they won't all stay the right way. I'll pick them down, I'll turn them, and have them all the same direction. The wind just flips them around. So I gave up trying. Whatever side is showing is what's going to be showing. I don't. Nita says, my neighbor said all of my flags look tacky. I told her to kiss my red, white, and blue house. That's it. And hang another one. When I moved here with Deuce, everything that you see was covered in bushes and weeds and leaves and sticks and all this. I mean, you wouldn't even recognize the yard now compared to then. Um, so I'll say this: it might not be the most fancy of fancy, but it sure has come a long way. And that big American flag sitting there in y'all's view is one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things. That's I told y'all before. I'll repeat it again in case some of you didn't hear. But when we met with the Texas, Oklahoma, and wherever else everybody was from, Patriots, everybody that was in attendance signed that flagpole. And that's what flies that flag. That's the flag that we had at the flag wave. And Mr. Mobo himself took Deuce outside and they fixed these up and got them to where they would work. And Deuce wants to take it off the flagpole to conserve the pole. I'd rather varnish it and leave it the way it is because it's more authentic. Virtual says, your neighbor is not a native Texan if they don't like your flags. You tell them, screw you, we're from Texas. Ray White Hubbard, Texas legend. Well, they are Texans and he was in the military. But she don't fuss like that. She lets me do what I want to do, and she does over there what she wants to do. Everybody is patriots, but they have flowers and stuff like that planted in theirs, their flower garden. And um, I've got a garden. What song did I miss? What song? Oh, okay, gotcha. Yep, mine's out here, and it's going to be. Um, I don't. I just think it would be like less productive to separate the flag from the pole. The flagpole itself is sentimental, and the Mobos were the most awesome people. I kept hearing their name when I would talk to Silly on the phone. I never met them, but when I met them, I absolutely adored both of them. And if you have never met the Mobos, they're part of our Patriot family. I would recommend it to anybody. And it's really cloudy here all of a sudden, so we might be fixed to get some rain. And if it starts sprinkling, I'm going to have to end the live because I'm outside. Oh, Miss Snake, hello. Thank you and welcome to the room. And I hope you are subbed and your support. But there's everybody in here is going to be awesome to you. The only time we get our panties in a wad is when somebody wants to talk about our movement. There's one of my girls, Red Cactus. Good morning. One of my regulars just popped in, so I have to speak. Red Cactus, I have been enjoying your videos of the cactuses you've been showing, but the one that I especially loved was the one that you said, Wendy McLean, this is for you. Look, Wendy. I have an old metal horse from the 50s called Mobo. Hey, the Mobos are awesome people. I kept asking Silly, what the heck is a Mobo? Well, she explained it to me, and sure enough, I met the Mobos, and now they are my heart. Yep. Well, I can't. You, Miss Snake, you know I came out of the movement. I began in the movement as a mod for 1776. I mean, not 1776. Excuse me, TPC. I followed Ottawa, and when I found out we were going to do the same, I got involved, and I was in the very beginning when Convoy Santa went live the very first time. And thanks to Carol Burton, who was a mod in this room, she taught me more about modding than anything and anyone else. So I was able to like become, I won't say seasoned because I'm by far not seasoned, but I can hold my own in a chat. And a lot of that is due to her and my Uncle Deuce. And most people don't realize, well, most of the Freedom people do, but I am, me and Uncle Deuce are a couple. We've been living in Texas together for almost a year. Speaking of which, you guys, speaking of which, let me ask you something. October the 18th is our 1 year anniversary. What do you guys think we should do? And do y'all want to be there? She loves palm trees. Um, I love palm trees, but I don't like Florida. I enjoy being around water, and I like to look at the water, but you would catch hell getting me in it. But now you take me down to my dad's home on Lake Sinclair, or you take me to the Black Creek that I grew up in, or even the pool that I take the boys to. I absolutely love to be around water. If you guys haven't already, y'all hit that like button for me. Exactly. I'm not either, but I want you guys to be thinking about it because I most definitely want to do something special. Me and Uncle Deuce, we've had a really, really, really hard year. Deuce is a champ, though. I knew he was a good man when I met him the first time in person, um, because not only did he give up his home, his quiet, his peace, he let two rowdy ass kids in here, and he stood by me through a lot of stuff this past year. I lost my mom this year. My dad's having health problems. We're both coping with the whole kids driving us nuts thing. One of mine went after us lock, stock, and barrel, was going to do everything he could to split us up and break us apart. So, needless to say, I'm very, very surprised that Deuce and I will make it or have made it through this year. Anybody that didn't give two rats' butts about somebody or they wanted to just get something from him would have done been gone. But because I actually care for him and I love him and I really appreciate the fact that we met on common ground. Um, so yeah, it's going to be 1 year, October the 18th. Yeah, exactly. You don't come out that door. Oh, no. What are you out here for? No, sir. I told you, you're not doing today what y'all did for the past week. Whatever, I'm live, so go ahead and say it. That's the one right there that's giving us the hardest time. And Red Cactus says that's what a good man does, and they are always a rare. They're a rarity these days. I was walking into, I want to say it was Dollar Tree about a week ago, and there was a very young, I would say probably early 30s Hispanic male standing there, and he was coming out. Well, when he did, he held the door open for me, and I said something to him about the fact that he was really young and had manners. And he said, I was raised in the South. He said, my parents still raised their kids that way in the South. And that's true. But I think when the state came in and they started telling the kids in school that if your mom and dad hit you or your mom and dad beat on you or they aren't good to you, you can pick up the phone and tell a teacher or whatever, and we'll do something about it. The one thing that the state doesn't consider is the hell that the children put the parents through. And my two kids, even Deuce has made this statement. He said, I've never seen children like this. And I promise you, it's not a lack of raising them. It's them not having the, I don't know what they're missing, something. They're missing something we used to have. Anyway, Red Cactus says, good men are very hard to find these days. Trust me. That's true. And you can very easily open your life up to something you don't need. I'm going to hold on with y'all as long as I can because I hadn't been live much. But if it starts raining, me and my phone, or at least my phone's going in its case and being put up. I just got this one. I can't lose it. And of course, you know, the other day when I was live at the pool, it was tweaking real bad. So I'm beginning to think it was the heat too, because it's not doing it here. And it's never done it before. So that makes sense to me. You know, Red Cactus, we've been talking about the cactuses. No, I'm live. No, we've been talking about the cactuses for a long time. And maybe this will help you understand because the ones that you're showing me are really big and they're really huge. Ah, Nina, thank you. And Lake, good morning. I was talking about you a couple of days ago. Your ears should have been burning. I haven't been I've been sleeping in and snuggling up to Deuce in the mornings instead of getting my butt up where I can actually go into Aruba and Red Cactus's chat. So there you go. No, Ann, I was talking to you. I was talking about you in reference to you because I was just talking about the being still with the live stream was not what I wanted to do. Just like with everything with Santa, I really wanted to be a part of that. But because of everything that's happened with going home and my mom and both me and Deuce getting really, really sick. And then it was just like, it's been one thing after another. Like every time I had a chance to kind of take a deep breath and try to start dealing with it, then another door got slammed in my face. So it's just not being ideal at all. This is, for some reason, I guess because I was fixed to take in an adventure into something that I knew was going to be a big deal. But everything that came at me head on. And I sent Santa a text one day and I said, I feel like I am being, hi. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
How was it?
Good.
There were thick pork chops.
A little too much for me, though.
You know my live stream's going and you're in it. Just so you know. Well, scoot this way and tell everybody hi then. Say hi, that's my neighbor Sav, y'all. But yeah, they were too salty.
No, it was just too much.
Well, I mean, and we still have food left.
Yeah.
Because the boys just up and decided, whereas normally they would wolf down anything I cooked. I cooked last night. I fried the pork chops, made the homemade mashed potatoes and the rice, and they wanted to pick at it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the hell? Any other night, all of this food? No. All of this food would have been gone. I said, no.
Yeah. It's just now with the COPD, I can't eat like I used to.
I tell you what, and one of my chatters, Red Cactus, says, good morning. Virtual Production says, howdy, neighbor. He looks native Texan. He's not native Texan, he said.
I'm native Italian.
Oh, well, gotcha.
See you later.
Bye. Well, I agree with you on that, and it's just I miss my Patriots. I miss you and the Mobos and Aruba and every Charlene and everybody that I'm not bringing up and remembering. I mean, it's just unreal. Jay, U-Haul, all of you. It's just amazing the love that was in that place that weekend. And then when you guys left, it was like losing a limb or getting your heart pulled out. And I want to get back with everybody. I want to do something. Okay, hold on just a second. It's going to take a minute. Hold on just a minute, Ray Cactus. Hold on. I got to make some adjustments. I'm going to do it on my handheld, the one that I'm doing my stream. So just hold tight a minute. All right, you guys are going to see me enter the studio a second time. Oh, nope, 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 nope. I don't need to enter the, well, yeah, I do need to enter the studio. All right, here we go. I'm popping in to copy that link. All right, let me go back to YouTube. Hold on just a second, Red Cactus, I'm coming. All right, there's the link, and here's the pin. There you go. Well, it was, and you were kind of like a wild card at the end that I'm like, hey, we're going to be right here in Texas. What's your deal? Why aren't you coming? And it's really cheap. Let's do it. And it was a last minute thing because Silly got sick. And it wound up being the most awesome, awesome ordeal. I enjoyed it. I got to meet so many people that I only knew by name. And some of them I wasn't even familiar with by name. I guess when you're a mod, you don't know everything. You take your time. I'm just chilling. So I guess I need the little bloom cactuses, the ones that stay small, because I can't plant and them turn out to be what those are turning into. And there's a very good chance I might kill it, Red Cactus, but I hope not. Are you there? Hello?
Hi, sweetie.
Okay, I got you. I forgot my volume's turned down.
All right.
All
Can
right.
you see? Can you see? Okay.
I don't like hearing myself, so I keep it turned down. I don't like hearing myself, so I keep it turned down.
Am I echoing too?
Let's see. Supposed to be able to hear it here. I don't know what it is, but I don't have no sound at all now.
That's weird. You can't hear me at all?
I heard you then. Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. This is one of the ones I want to send you. And what I would do, let me see. Let me take my sunglasses off. What
Is
I
that a
would
prickly
do,
pear?
it's a type of prickly pear. I would take it off right here. I would take it off right here. And then you get this one, and this one. There's 3. And
Okay.
see, it's like 8 inches tall. And what you do is you just plant this part in the ground. That's all
Wow.
you have to do. You break them off, you plant it in the ground, and it'll start growing roots. It's that simple.
Do you know what I done when I was a kid? My dad had us in southeast Georgia, and they had a lot of sand. It was, as a matter of fact, it was all sand. It almost looked like desert. So there was a lot of prickly pears in the area and in our yard. And I got one of them bad boys stuck under my big toenail. And I'm talking about it. The one that was in there was about 1 inch long, and half of that joker was buried underneath my nail.
Oh, geez.
My dad grabbed a pair of pliers and snatched it out. That's pretty right there. It's purple looking.
Yep, these are purple. And what I would do is send you either this one, just take that off and send that one, or send that one that's got 3 pads on it. So it's a little taller, and you just put that bottom part, like I say, right in the ground, and it'll start growing. It'll develop roots. Just got to keep them watered for a little bit, not overwatered, because they're still cactus. But I was going to send you one of the purple ones. I was going to send you one of the long ones. And then I was going to send you one of these, the regular green ones. Look at, there's a bunny. I was going to send you one of these regular ones
Oh, that's cool.
so that you have a different variety. And I might even sneak across the yard. Nobody hears me saying this.
You're
But
live.
sneak across the road and grab a couple of pads from the ones that have those bright red blooms that I showed you guys. Actual red bloom cactus. So I might sneak across and do that for you too. So,
Right. Well, that sounds pretty cool. And I would enjoy it because, like I said, I got plans to make a little garden and everything.
okay.
Um,
See like this one? See how big that pad is?
yeah.
But yet it still grows a baby. Isn't that cute? So yeah, these are the elongated ones. And what I'll do is I'm gonna put the real name of the cactus on each pad so you know exactly what they are. Okay?
Well, that would be good too, because when I planted my garden, it took me so long to see the buds popping up. And by the time they came up and they were coming up good, I forgot where everything was. So
Right.
I literally had to wait on the plants to start blooming before I knew what was what. Because and my cucumbers help with that a lot because they have really taken off because of this rain.
You know, I feel like digging this one up and sending it to you too.
I can't even see that on my screen.
I know. I don't know what kind of cactus it is, but it's growing up through our gravel in our driveway.
So cactuses for y'all do like grass does here for us. It grows up between the cracks of the sidewalk.
See? Can you see it now?
It's too
just
small
a
for me to
tiny
see it.
See?
Yeah, that's cool. It is little.
Yeah. And I've been wanting to dig it up out of the driveway so we don't run over it.
Yeah, because that's not going to be good for your tire.
So yeah, those are the types that I wanted to send to you. And now that you see them, you're okay with all that, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Because
Great.
my goal is I'm thinking about doing instead of putting them in the front is we've got, okay, in this yard, we've got, which y'all can just barely see it, but our sycamore tree is huge. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
I thought somebody was trying to come back in, but I guess not. And it canopies are mine and the neighbor's front yard. But we also have one in the back. It's not the same type of tree, but we have one in the back that does the same thing to the backyard. And
Oh.
I mean, I want them to have sun, but I don't want them to be in direct sun.
Right.
Although you live in the desert, so they could probably survive on little to nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I might even send you a couple of surprises too
Cool.
of
I
different
love
cactus.
surprises.
Yeah. I love this one. I don't know what the name of it is. I haven't been able to find out what it is. I call it stick cactus.
Stick cactus.
Stick cactus. It grows in sticks, like stems, sticks, whatever you know.
Cool.
Most beautiful, bright neon green blooms, and they only bloom for 24 hours, and then they get little red fruits on them. And they're really cool. I have no idea what they are, but they grow all along our driveway. And I was
Now,
thinking of sending you some of that too.
is any of the fruits that come off of some of the cactuses, are they edible?
Eat them? Because you're breaking up a little bit.
It's
Yes.
it's our weather. And I apologize. The weather's going to probably cause some problems. But
It's okay.
are the fruit or the berries edible by any chance?
Yes, these. See how this one's turned purple?
Oh, okay.
When
Yeah.
when they turn purple, you can take them off, take the stickers off, and make cactus jelly, cactus jam, cactus candy. It's really sweet. It's called prickly pear jelly. And I'll send you some of these too with some of the fruits on them so that you can try them. Okay?
All right. I was going to say you could always throw some of that jelly in the box.
Yeah, I haven't made any yet, sweetie. I don't have enough purple ones yet.
I see, but it's loaded down with them too, isn't it?
It is full. We had so much rain over the winter that we got a crap ton of fruits on every single prickly pear. So I'm going to have a big harvest this year. Yeah.
Welcome to the
For sure.
chat, Moa. Welcome to the chat. Well, okay, so a lady was at the pool with us the other day, and she had a brown paper sack type bag, and she had it full of plums. Well, they were the ones that come off the tree plums, like the ones that grow in your yard. And
Yeah.
I took the seeds out of them, and I'm drying them out because I'm fixing to plant them.
Right. Right. Look what I just found. I'm going to have to do a short on this. Check this out.
What
See
is
this?
that?
This is an old prickly pear. It's old. See the age? You can see the age and the black on it. It's an old one. And you can tell by that part of the stem too. But look, this is a mesquite tree growing. It's a mesquite tree growing straight up from the cactus. I love it.
That is weird. That is weird that happened that way.
A lot of things grow like that. As a matter of fact, a lot of cactus will plant itself underneath a tree, a desert tree, and it's protected there. And it'll grow and grow and grow until finally it starts growing up through the desert tree. We have mesquites, Palo Verdes. That's a mesquite tree. That's a desert acacia. And we only have like 2 Palo Verde trees that grow in our yard, but they are everywhere else. So you'll find cactus all the time growing up.
Nina says,
Big
Nina says, Ray Cactus, there's an app on your phone that if you take a picture of a plant, the app will tell you what the plant is called. Every single one of them that I have hunted in the past couple of days costs money.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Okay.
I have not. Whatever. If Nina knows the name of one that is absolutely free, please send it and put it in the chat. Because
That
the other day when I was trying to classify all my plants and figure out what was what, it sure would have come in handy.
I would love that. That would be so helpful to be able to tell people what they are instead of just looking at it and going, I don't know. Because I don't know. So, oh, here's a Palo Verde tree. For those of you that have never seen a Palo Verde tree, people are actually quite interested in them. They're very different looking. Hang on. It's right here. This is a Palo Verde tree. See, it's green. And these seed pods, you can't eat them right now because they're starting to get hard. But when they first come out, they're soft and you can eat them. You can eat them and survive off of them. So this is what a Palo Verde tree looks like.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty neat, huh?
Yep. I watch all your videos because I find them fascinating.
Thank you.
Anytime you want to learn about stuff, but see, I'm a biology major, so I thrive on that kind of stuff, but it's not for everybody. But me, I love to
Right.
learn, and I like to watch the Discovery Channel, and that was a Rockin' Robin, the Discovery Channel and stuff like that, because I really like to educate myself.
Yeah.
And I think that it's awesome that you could take all the way from where you are, come into my lab and teach what few people's in here about the plants and what kind of cactus they are and show them the
Yeah.
blooms and
Exactly.
da 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 da. I think that's so cool.
I know. Technology is pretty cool, isn't it?
Thank God. Thank God we have something to amuse us.
I know. I agree. I'm gonna go ahead and step down because I need to finish eating my breakfast. But I'm glad
Well,
I have.
with the way the weather is, it's probably I welcome it because you kept popping in and out, and I think
Right.
it's my weather.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. But
I,
I'm glad I was able to show you what I want to send to you, and you're okay with it. So that's great.
oh yeah, I welcome it. I told you it's going to be Red Cactus's garden.
Sounds good, sweetie. I'll get off and I'll get back in chat.
All right,
Bye.
bye. So anyone that wants to come up and chat, you're welcome to. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to argue with nobody in chat. I think it's pointless. But if you just want to have a conversation now, we can do that. And pending how this weather goes is going to depend on the live. But today is kind of, you can tell there ain't that many people out and about. You can tell somebody else is live. If you guys have not seen it already, I know Nina has. But my last video that I put in YouTube is of Freedom Jeffrey when he actually caught the convoy, the Trump convoy coming by him yesterday. For anybody that hasn't seen it, please go in there and take a look. It was awesome. I wish we could have got that kind of turnout for the freedom stuff we had going on, for all of the rallies and everything that we did. I don't know. Maybe we should go back to old school and run it in the newspaper when we have something coming up, because I don't know where we went wrong. I don't know if Nina's still with me. Nina, are you still here? But in a couple of days, I'm going to be doing, I don't know if I'll do a live because it may prove to be a pain in my butt. But I would like to show you guys my baby cucumbers I got coming up. I want them to get just a little bit bigger before I show them to y'all, because I want you to be able to tell exactly what they are. Okay, all of a sudden my chat is catching up. Okay, Ann Lake says, that was interesting. Thanks, Red Cactus. Have to go pay a ticket. Oh, have a great day. Love and hugs. And if you're still in here, I am still thinking of doing some stuff, you and I together, if I could find some things around our area to get into. If you hear anything, call me. I'm looking, and because I definitely want to get the numbers up on the stream, and I would love to go and hang out with you some more. So, all right, Nina, if you can get the name of that app. Okay, Google does. I didn't know that. Everyone that I found, you had to pay for. And that was where I was having my problem, because I'm not going to do that if it says it's free, even for the convenience of it. Could y'all imagine having to classify plants back in the day when you actually had to look them up and see what kind of leaves it had and read an encyclopedia and write papers and have references and all that crap? Do y'all remember them days? The biology teacher give you a plant, what do you call it? A bug collection. We had to do a bug collection and a plant collection. Oh, okay, that's cool. Well, it's good that Google has something that's decent besides Google Maps. And personally, I'd rather use Waze than Google Maps. I know my lighter didn't just quit. Yeah, having to go to the card catalog to find a book in the library, or to find a specific book that was listed by like it was by subject and or authors. Either way, you could probably do it either way. But it was just ridiculous to how far technology has come. And you're a Wazer. I love Waze. I love it. Waze is so different from Google, and this is why. It gives you the speed limit at all times. It tells you everybody else on the road. It tells you things coming up. It tells you gas stations. It tells you about an accident. Everything. And there's no way you could use that whole adage, well, I didn't realize I was speeding. If you're paying attention to navigation, there's no way you can not know you were speeding. So Red Cactus says plant app, plant identifier free. And plus, I get so sick and tired of hearing her talk. The Google lady on Google Maps, she's not my thing. I replaced her with a guy instead of a female, because she was just getting on my nerve. And then somebody told me about Waze, and I've been with Waze ever since. However, if Deuce goes somewhere, we're usually using Google Maps. I've been to ask Ann how Papa Patriot was, and she got out of here before I could. Oh, she done put a link up there. Look at that. All right, everybody, Red Cactus just put the link for one that's free. If you want to download it, now's a good time. Hell, my kids hardly know what books are these days, let alone how to find one. My mama, when I was young, she got on my nerves because I would ask her, Mom, how do you spell such and such? And she'd be like, go look it up. Okay, well, there's some words in the English language that have U's and Y's and all kinds of crazy letters in it in weird places. And actually looking it up, it would be a challenge because you wouldn't have a clue how to even start. And now I tell my kids, go look shit up. Although my kids I'd be amazed if they knew what a dictionary was. Hi, Carrie's Musings. Are you serious, Carrie? Well, the sad thing is we know Google Maps already is, so either way, what do? I told you, we need a Patriot everything. We need a Patriot school. We need a Patriot grocery store, Patriot farms and gardens, and I'm talking about good food. Oh, no. Well, I guess they were waiting on Budweiser to smash and fall. And there's an interesting way to look at this, too, because I want you to pay attention to all the companies that's rolling over and going woke and coming out of the woodwork with it. And let's see in the end who stands alone. I think it's going to surprise us all. Chick-fil-A has went woke. Chick-fil-A now, the Christian organization that is closed on Sunday, are now part of the problem. Who is Dr. Shiva, Carrie? Can you guys hear me okay? Because the wind's blowing, the flags and the trees are all blowing. There's a high wind. I'm just getting like an update. Can you guys hear me okay? I think when it's all said and done, there's not going to be very many standing. And the ones that are standing are going to be targeted. Another way that the government's trying to divide us. And you know what? Most of their issues, I don't have a problem with, but one of the things I do have a problem with is anyone in any capacity, in any job, in any public office, it doesn't matter what you do. If you deal with kids and you are a groomer, that should be, they need to make it against the law. But what they're doing is rolling a red carpet out to it, because what they want to do is, instead of putting these people in jail and hanging them from the highest tree like they used to back in the old days, they want to make it sound like, oh, it's a mental disability. Mental disability, my ass. If you mess with the child, you got to screw loose and you need to be dealt with. I know, right, Nina? Speaking of which, I need to go to Hobby Lobby so bad. I've got to get some stuff to do this wreath. Dr. Shiva, I'm going to subscribe. I am now subscribed, and I want to make sure I get the all bell. Thank you, Carrie. I'll get back with you on that. Or if the next time you see me, ask me if I've watched any of his stuff. It's really a joke before I say it, but I heard something about 2 weeks ago about Russia now opening its borders to Americans. I told Deuce, he asked me the other day, he said, if we could move anywhere, where would you want to go? And I'm like, Russia, let's go to Russia. It's hard to look at America and find America anymore. Like yesterday when Freedom Jeffrey was live in Florida, and he was in front of Mar-a-Lago, and he was videotaping all the patriots out there with the flags. He was live streaming, just like ours when we did our flag wave in Texoma. The amount of people that are disrespectful by giving you the finger because you're about the American flag and freedom is unreal, people. Unreal. It's going fine, but you keep breaking the rules. Carrie says, was going to pick up Bella, but she went somewhere else after I canceled my live. Is he live again? Oh, okay. Well, we may never get a crowd in here today. And it wasn't this kind of live anyway. It was just a more or less, I was sitting, Deuce is sleeping in. I'm at home. I'm up by myself with the kids. They're in the house because I don't want them out in this anyway. But the air conditioner's on in the house and we're trying to keep our house cooled down. So they don't understand that concept. But, I'm not much on numbers. I am, but I'm not. But I want my numbers to come up because I actually work to get it there. In other words, if it takes me a while to get us up where we need to be, that's fine. I've had some things that's affected my numbers recently going on too. So, and I'm not going to get into all that, but when you got people that's personally intertwined and something happens and there's a rift, it's going to cause issues. So, my theory is at this point, I love everyone. Let the pieces fall where they fall, because sometimes time is the best thing for everything. Time. My boys are not this year, thank God. No, they ain't got no school today. Yeah, it's been out here for like weeks now. Red Cactus, you could have left it up there. Nobody cares. No, I'm drinking coffee, and I want you to stop opening that door. No, it's raining. Shut the door. This is what I deal with all day long. If I sit outside, Deuce says they have such separation anxiety that and he's watched them, he said it don't take 2 minutes for them to get antsy and be like, where's mom? And it really makes it hard on me, because that exact thing is what's pushing me out the door and wanting to be like by myself, because I just want to be left alone sometimes. Wait a minute. Hold on. I wish you'd get rid of that little heart on the screen on YouTube. It drives me insane. Carrie says, I was shocked all the people at the Freak Parade on BC Preacher. I don't watch him much anymore. And I have my own personal reasons for not doing so, but there's no sense in bringing up raw subjects. So I'm not going to get into that. But let's just put it this way. I won't be watching him much. Nina says, first time since 84 that I haven't had kids in school. Yep, I can't wait till mine get 17 and 18 and they're ready to go out. I can't wait. I told Deuce, I said, we're going to get an RV and we're going to go visit our chat. Like, one of the ideas I had was everybody in chat's got an idea, usually. And I'll revisit the anniversary question when we got more people, obviously. But, like, let's say that Red Cactus wants to take us to the World Cactus Museum in Arizona. So we would actually get funded through the chat with numbers to get us there. We'll be live the whole time. When we get there, me and Red both can go live and just have fun. Mine are too. Thank God. We can. That's the whole point of the chat. I want to, like, if you guys, I want to get the numbers up, and I don't really. I'm really iffy on being monetized, and I'll tell you why. Because number one, I don't want to give YouTube all my money, and number two, when you get monetized, they get more picky about your content. So it may be one of them things where I have to make sure that I have, like, my Cash App like Lori B does on the bottom, because I'm just uncertain as to how I want to take it from here. But the one thing that I do know I want to do is I want to get the numbers and the funding up enough that I'm able to go places. And it would be really cool, I think, to live stream the RV life. And but before I do that, I still will always be a patriot, and I want to do patriot things. So, I mean, yes, we can, like, Red Cactus can plan and I'm going to pick on you today, Red Cactus, or let's say Nina could plan an event where we have a flag wave in her city, and she's got it all worked out, and all we have to do is be there, you know, and whatever patriots are nearby could come as well. I mean, stuff like that. And then us specifically go there to be a part of this flag wave with her. And then also, if she wants to do something specific, we'll go from there. But that's kind of what I'm leaning towards with the channel. I do most and foremost want to educate people. And so I want to walk into that crowd of people, whether it's a LBT supported parade or whatever, or whether it's a bunch of kids that are being groomed, or like one of the guys did, he videotaped a van giving the kids shots and stuff without parental consent. Stuff like that is what I want to cover. And I also want to take the camera and talk to kids, like go live and talk to children, go somewhere where kids are, and just question them on a very elementary basis about topics like their freedom and the Constitution, and, you know, ask them how many genders there is, and just give the public an awareness of really how far off base our education system has gotten. So I got a lot of plans that I want to do, but the biggest thing at this point is being able to do them and afford them. So that's kind of where Ann comes in, because I want me and Ann to team up and do some stuff together, and that can start building us up some. And then when the kids are gone, or they're on summer break like now, and maybe we can get one of our vehicles fixed, then we'll be able to go and do things as a group. So, I mean, yeah, that's the goal. Problem number one is going to be getting Deuce out the house. Uncle Deuce is a homebody. He does not like to go. So what I need really is a road warrior. And me and Ann are close enough together that she and I could do that. And we could do these things. If Deuce wanted to stay home, that's on him. Me and the kids and Ann could take off and go see Nina. Or go see Red Cactus. Or go see Carol Burton. You know, whoever it is that we're heading to go see. We could go see Carrie. So, but in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I haven't really been digging into it as much as I should. But I know Facebook has events, but I really want to get into stuff going on that, as patriots should concern each and every one of us. As parents, there's no limits to that either. So, like the 4th of July is going to be crunk here. And y'all know I'm going to have the live stream going. The neighbors are going to come out. Everybody on the blocks come out. Everybody throws blankets down in the yard. We grill. We drink. We partake in medicine. We party. We have fun. We watch the fireworks. It's an all-day ordeal. So I told Deuce, I said the day before that, we got to make sure all of our batteries and stuff is charged up because we're going to be like streaming most of the day. I'll set this up right here. And by then I'm going to have me some Bluetooth headphones where I can Bluetooth my sound in and actually have y'all set up and be able to sit with them and monitor the chat. So that's the goal. I lived in Hagerstown. TPC left a bad impression on everyone in Hagerstown. Okay, so Nina, if you say that, then let me ask you this. What is everybody's general complaint? In other words, what are they fussing about? Number one, you cannot hold it against all of TPC because of what certain individuals chose to do during that time. You are blaming a whole movement for the behavior of a handful of people. And the simple fact that Hagerstown would not consider that to be something besides a bad taste in their mouth is shocking to me, because the city has got to have patriots in it. But again, and there's a lot of people that feel that way. And based on what I heard, that's exactly what happened. But there are good people that was in that movement, and they have good hearts, and they had very good intentions. And that includes all of the chatters in every single chat that was there. And that's really the way you have to look at it. You can't, but if they wasn't in chats and stuff like that, they wouldn't know. It was about the people that was behind the movement as much as it was the movement itself. Because without the people, you had nothing. Hey, Jamie. How you been? Well, they pretty much did based on what I've heard. They raised all that money to go back across the country, and they wanted to bail out right there in Cali and not see it through. And if it wouldn't have been for Convoy Santa, they would have never made it back to DC. So, that's just the way it is. And it's really sad that we live in a country where you can't get the patriots to unite. But part of it is they're silencing us so bad. And that's got a lot to do with it. But what we're going to have to do is not so much, I'm not saying not so much rallies, but we do need as a group to start going into them crowds and start asking questions and start blending and start not going in as an enemy, but going as an equal of being on two separate sides. You just because you don't agree with them doesn't mean you can't mingle with them to find out what's going on. All right, let's see. Nina says, I don't feel that way. I've seen people on live streams that said bad things about Hagerstown. Yes, Hagerstown had a lot of patriots. Where were they when they needed them? They were right there local. There was no reason why they couldn't be there. Some of them had no reason whatsoever not to be there. And, you know, that goes back to even when 1776 was on the lawn. There were people that could be there, that could physically be there, that chose not to be there. Those are the ones that we need to worry about. Because if you're going to sit at home, and I've always said it, and I'm going to say it on here again, if you're going to sit at home and you're going to bitch and complain about the way things are, but you're not willing, if able, to step out that door and step out your box, just like every person who met 1776, and I mean, not 1776, but to all the people who met the convoy en route in these different places they were at, and supported them and fed them and sat there and talked to the people, and you got to know each and every person there. It was a life-altering and life-changing thing for me. So, well, they may not talk, but if you go, I don't know, I'm going to try. I'm going to try, because if we don't try, we've already lost. And I'm not talking about people like AP and Ant. Those are not the people I'm talking about. I'm talking about two groups of people being able to put their differences aside and have a conversation and actually learn from each other. It doesn't have to be a pissing contest. Nina says, when Trump came to Hagerstown, it was packed. A lot of Trump supporters in Hagerstown. I was at the Speedway 16 times when TPC was there. Well, and another thing, and I've always, and me and Deuce talked about this at length, TPC, in my opinion, made a mistake when they kind of said, well, we can't make it political about MAGA or this or that. But that's where the majority of our patriots and their allegiance lies, is with the MAGA movement, is with Trump. And we could have got a lot more support had they made that decision. But then, again, I do understand why the decision was made not to do it. So I see it both ways. Right. And there are a lot of good people in the movement. They broke the county's heart. Country's heart. That daggum heart on the bottom of the screen is blocking half my words. It's driving me nuts. Right. And that's the same way with me, Jamie, actually, because I would have never thought to have a damn live stream. I would have never thought to try to get and figure out a way to get out there and do some things with freedom, or for our freedom's sake. You know, until I got involved with the movement and it really got in my blood, there's no way that yeah. And when I was on the lawn with 1776 and I got to meet Glory B and Convoy Santa and so many more, Taco Joe, Oreo, all of them were there. And it was awesome to meet the streamers, and because you knew and you saw so much of their faces during TPC. So yeah, I mean, it was just unreal being there and meeting everybody that I met. Patriots, Bandit 178. He's right here in Texas. He's the one that has I think it's a Grand Am. What is it? Shit. Thunderbird. Nope. No. Not a Thunderbird. The Smokey and the Bandit car. Well, we're trying to stay positive, but I'm just saying, yeah, I mean, from what I understand, I got nicknamed the Little Firecracker when we met in Texoma. It's a name that I've heard more than once now. And that's what I am. The more I think about our current situation as a country, and I remember the pride of being part of the movement as a whole, starting with TBC all the way down to what it is now. The one thing that I've learned is there's a lot of freedom-loving Americans in this country that want what's best for our kids and our grandkids. And we are going to obviously have to be very creative in the way we handle this, because of the fact that the last thing they want is the people to unite. Period. Thank you, Trans Am. Let's see. Casey Mallory, hello. Right. But, see, the elite that control this country, their opinion of us will change if we stop supporting them. And for some of us you've already done it. And in some ways I pull way back. But some of the things that I do for convenience, because I walk a lot where I go. So if I want to go to Walmart and me and the boys are going to the pool, then I've got to go to Walmart early that morning. Yeah, well, we won't, Jamie. I'm just saying, we have to fight. We just got to think of a new way to do it. I agree with that now. So going back to, shit, I forgot what I was talking about before I answered her. It's time to go back to grassroots, though. I mean, we're going to have to do this. I'm not going to say we can't do it without social media, or that we can do it with social media, or that we can't. But it's like this. They do not want us to come together at all. And they are fighting us on every avenue that we have. So with that being said, what we're going to have to do is figure out a way to reach people in a way that they can't silence us. Now, do I know what that solution is? Not necessarily. But I do believe that if we don't try, we've already lost. I even thought about me and Ann getting together and doing a rally here in Texas. Or, yeah, in Texas. It would have to be in Texas. But, like an old-fashioned style country hoedown type deal like we did at home, where you have damn tractor tire races and water balloon fights and a cook-off and just a bunch of crap, and just enjoy yourself for the day. But something like that's going to take a lot of time and money to put together, and that's where my problem comes in. Hello, Jen G. How are you today? I can't talk today. Look at the spoiled ballet approach. Mm. That's weird. What do you mean by spoiled ballet? Just kind of give me a synopsis. I can look at the community page on you, but I'm just, you got me curious now. And see, England has a lot to do with this still, because the people who came to America supposedly came here because they were escaping England's tyranny and rules. Well, maybe they were running. And some of the crap that they started the country with is not good. Right. And because the younger the generations get, because of the education system, don't come out that door, the more dense the kids are getting. Kids are not being taught the crap that they should be taught now. Instead, they're more worried about them turning into rainbow kids when they're older, because the more gay and lesbian and transgender and all these couples we have, the less children that are being born. So when it all comes down to it, they are attacking us on every avenue that they can to control the amount of people that live in this world. And if you as a patriot can't see that, it makes no sense. Now, I think Britain owns Washington, D.C. But you guarantee there's some Ukraine ties. Ballot. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Right, and I do too. I do too, to a degree. And I stood up to them too, and I buck heads with them all the time, because Virtual says, I have a comment to say. The government trying to get everyone in the streets to protest in the 60s. Then they call in martial law, and then we have the UN in control. Right. In other words, Virtual instigating the division. And I wish more people could understand that, because if you talk to your neighbor, the average person just does not care what race, what sex, what type of couple you are. Nobody really cares what you do in your house, as long as it doesn't affect them outside of your house. And I think that's the way we should all be. Plus, too, God tells us not to judge each other. Hold on. All right, Carrie, can you hear me? Carrie, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. I mean,
in England, you have ruling groups. You have the British, you have the English, you have different groups that go into Parliament. And during our time, our revolution, it was run by the British, not by the English.
Right.
And English the English have their own conservative party. So it's two different. It's like our Democrats and Republicans. So get the Whigs and the Tories, and yeah.
Well, see, I believe that if we, the people, don't come together as just simply that, we, the people, if we don't come together as a group and cast all that shit aside, it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
Because it's nonpartisan at this point. You can't trust the Republicans and you can't trust the Democrats either. They are all bought and paid for. They are all sitting back in that damn White House and Congress and Senate every day, letting this shit pass.
Well,
And that right there should tell a lot of people a lot of stuff. The current condition of our government is not because we have got bad representation. It's because they are simply complacent and letting it happen.
Yeah, the idea is that when you go to vote, we should have this thing set up as like what they're trying to do is it show if they vote for anything but the candidate, it counts on their election. It shows the parliament, it shows the queen, it shows what thing now. It shows the displeasure, like a protest. It counts. We need to hear if we protest against the election, we wouldn't have to have a J6. You know, it would show on our vote.
Well, you know what that's going to do, though? That's just going to put the damn Democrats back in power.
No.
Because all the patriots are going to do it, but nobody else will. The Democrats want things the way it is.
Well, there's more of us than them. If everybody would band together. I mean,
Well, you're going back to lazy Americans you're talking about lazy Americans who don't want to get off their couch.
No, they have to vote. You have to vote. You have to vote for something. Or not,
right.
Or not put a check on, you know. You have to about what it's you vote. But I would check with you.
It's admiralty law. They're all under the British.
I know the commissioner in Orlando, and I think I'll talk to him. What actually happens with the ballot to have another name on it or whatever. You know.
And the bottom line,
right.
We had to have some way. People are afraid to go and protest at the Capitol anymore.
Hi, Butch Crawford. I haven't seen you in here before. Welcome. Hey, Tracy.
If that many people would do it on the ballot, it would show our government that we mean business, that they need to listen to us.
Right, but getting it organized ain't gonna be easy because it's like
nothing's easy.
No, but I'm just saying. I mean, we're
just too darn lazy. Is all it is.
There's a lot of us that is.
You're right. I mean, you know, we have to stand up somewhere with out in their faces or on the ballot or whatever. We have to. If we don't do something, we're doomed.
How you doing, Jamie?
I'm doing good.
I miss you. I haven't been in your lives because I haven't been able to get in there.
Well, I got a strike, so I wasn't on for a whole week.
Oh, hell no. For what?
I'm talking politics.
Oh, Lord. They gonna get me one day. You know, I think that our trolls helped that along.
Yes. All I can say is all the patriots, we need to start getting American flags out, start standing up, and stop taking it. Whether we're Republican, Democrat, whatever. If we don't start standing up, we're going to lose our freedom in the next year. It's coming so fast that I don't think people realize it.
Well, you know that, okay, one of the things that I thought about is this right here, and I'm not joking, y'all. We could do a We the People Patriot Convoy.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be where we go state to state and keep the whole thing live at all times, unless we're asleep. But I'm saying go state to state and start getting these people in these small towns, not the big cities, but the small towns.
Yeah.
In some ways, I think dealing with the big cities is like
Oh,
few and far between. Like if we had a megaphone that the whole city could hear and go, if all patriots in the city are patriots, y'all meet us right here. But we can't do that.
no.
So
Cities are hopeless. They're out of the question. I'm not talking about during this federal election. I'm talking about primary things like that. You know, they put whoever they want anyway.
Right, right. We just have to change our ways.
As a
Change our
protest,
ways.
they say during the primary, not the general. I don't. It would not work in the general.
well, that's just like going back to the TPC thing, and I'm going to pull it back into what I'm about to say. But the people that was bad apples in TPC were planted there from the very beginning.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They blended in with everybody just as good until the day came for them to expose themselves.
Yeah.
And then when all that happened, a lot of people couldn't deal with it, and that's okay. I get it. But then 1776 branched off and they protested on the lawn, and it still didn't matter. They wanted the truckers to go to Washington, but nobody that was sitting there wanted to join them in Washington.
Yeah, there was big money behind putting us down there too. You know,
Everybody else beside them. And
Mhm.
you know it was there was
Tiana,
dark forces there working against.
this week, and
Yep, I don't know. We got to start somewhere. We got to start somewhere.
Yeah, we definitely do, and we can't just sit back and wait.
And
watch
like,
it happen.
we have got, okay, look at it this way. Right now, we have 3 live streamers that's on screen. Now, let's talk about who's in chat. Red Cactus makes 4. If Ann was still in here, she would be 5.
Uh-huh.
Virtual Productions is 6. Let's see. Let me just look.
please be your brother's brother. Have your relationship and intimate
Okay, just overall, if you're,
for our co-creator through it.
okay. Just overall, let's just say that all of us that have the capability branch off and start going to the places where we deal with children, because that's where we need to start, I think, as far as education and re-educating and waking people up. Talk to the kids, plant that seed, and then we also talk to the parents.
Well, here
I'm
we
just saying that, at some point we're going to have to counteract what they're doing.
That's part of
here
it.
we have a community group, and I joined the community group, and I'm going to organize patriots through the community group. Have things in the Lake Alfred area, in the Winter Haven area here. We could do things. Every small town, has their own community. We can go on there and gather people. Different things. We could do. And
I think what it's going to come down to, instead of using the share button on everything to try to spread the word, I think we're going to have to get aggressive in our thinking and maybe put a convoy together and get it started.
okay, listen to this. The big thing on YouTube now, I've been studying, trying to see how people are getting their word out and how they're doing things. The big thing now is shorts. If you come up with a minute saying or a thought, with a video, put it in the shorts, and those shorts get thousands of views.
They sure do.
That's the way to go. Instead of going talking, for a long time, because people just tune in and tune out. Do it in the shorts like a TikTok style. If you get a good idea, put it out there. I mean, I put a video of my granddaughter and my the oldest and youngest granddaughters that, with the bird flying through them at the Animal Kingdom. It's got over 5,000 views.
Right.
And they ain't even been out there a week.
Yeah, my shorts do really, really well.
I
And
know.
then the ones with my neighbor in it seems to do the best.
Yeah.
Or let Deuce be in one, and it flies. But
Yeah.
you let me be in one, forget it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. But that's the way we got to do it. Show some kind of scenery. Say something. Say it quick. To the point, and put it out there. There's a lot of them do it. There's people saying Bible verses and all kinds of things, and they get thousands of views.
Okay, then my thing for that is, if we talk about it enough, if every live streamer that we have, even in all of our chats, every live streamer, we start talking about it a lot more. Where are the American flags? Where's our patriots? Where is everybody?
Where
If
are
we
they?
just keep talking about it and talking about it, people are going to have to start standing up sooner or later.
Definitely, we have to have our streams. We have to have our streams and talk, in general. But it'll draw more to it if we can pull them in from the shorts.
Yep, I agree.
That'd be more or less an enticer. People see you're there and maybe join in. You know what I'm saying? Put a hook on it or something.
Right.
Nina just made a very valid point. She said if they were true patriots, they would have followed Santa with 1776.
True.
And that I agree with that.
Well, see,
Because everybody is demonizing Santa, but let me tell you something. Santa is the reason they got back to DC.
yeah, I was on my way up there and had a heart attack and couldn't make it. But I saw that they were tearing people apart. In within the group, it was eating its way out. You could see, and those people that were doing it weren't patriots. They were in there to destroy it. Plain and simple. And I couldn't do nothing but talk. That's why I mainly started this. I was doing a more or less a religious page, and I switched to to my Carrie's musings.
Yep. I just know there's a lot more patriots in the United States than there are trolls.
Oh, there is. I go out and talk to people every day, and everybody's sick and tired of what's going on. But
we need to start standing up. That's what you need to say. Then start standing up and have your voices heard.
Right.
And that's another thing. Going to a very going to a very public place and just starting to talk to people and interview them with the live stream and see where their mind's at. Because you'd be surprised how if you kick up a conversation with a complete stranger, but you come at them in a like non-offensive tone and you ask questions, direct questions that they can answer, and despite their opinion of things, you still keep your conversation civil. Right. They're probably going to open up to you more than they would if you come cocked and loaded and ready.
Right.
Right. Well, see, that's what happened. That's how I got the strike. I was asking questions and people were giving me answers, and that's how I got striked. That's exactly how. The people.
But where were you? Jamie, where were you?
Ashley Walk.
You were where?
Doing the Ashley Walk with Mickey.
Oh, okay.
And I interviewed everybody there, and everybody asked questions, and they answered. That's how I got striked. That's exactly how.
What did they say? I mean, how did they?
Because everybody had their own opinion.
The people complained against you, or they did a personal strike?
Probably the trolls blew me in.
Goodness.
Yep.
Listen, I didn't know this, and virtual, I'm shocked. I will say this. Virtual Production said, I knew Ottawa was a setup because of who Tamara was. I have a picture of her with Soros.
Oh.
Now, that I did not know. I figured I don't know. I had no idea that Ottawa was still or is now considered a setup by the government. I thought that was a legit, the people were standing up against it.
Well, there's people from both sides involved in all of it. I mean, you just have to. I don't know. Watch what you do. Watch what you say.
Well, yeah, watch what you do, watch what you say. But you know what? The only one who can fix this country right now is President Trump. And I freaking believe that because he's told the truth the whole time. He's about the American people.
But
He's all about the American people.
we as a people have to help whoever, President Trump or whoever. We have to get them.
Well, I don't. Okay, I
They
don't disagree. I don't disagree with Jamie. I think there's a part of me that wants to believe that Trump is everything she thinks he is. There's a part of me that considers him part of the elite because he's got the money to be there.
Nope. He would have gave up a long time ago. He
There
should
are
have given up a long time ago and walked away.
I just, I'm just saying that I'm kind of on the fence.
I know you're thinking about the WEF and you're thinking about
Yes, all of that. Yes.
these four, but is there anybody else any better?
Not right now.
Okay, anybody, wait a minute, anybody, and I'm not disagreeing with y'all. I voted for Trump and I will again. I want that known right now, but here's the thing. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying anybody tied to the World Economic Forum is our enemy.
Right.
As a country,
Right.
they are the damn enemy. And
Yep.
anybody that does not see that has lost their damn mind.
It's just like Vern had a gentleman on, and I can't remember his name, in Texas that's running for president too, and he was very, very good, but people's got to get behind, either him, and Dr. Shiva, he's running too, but I wouldn't vote for him, there's different ones out there that's really good, really, really good, but they had to catch on. We had to get behind somebody. Somebody to get the job done.
Yep.
And right now we're not doing too good.
Right, because regardless of whether we want to admit it or not, we really don't have freedom to vote because what we're doing in some instances and have in the past, and I will say this again, in the past, had to settle for the lesser of two evils. What freedom of choice is that?
Yeah, I'm not promoting Dr. Shiva, but he has a very good lecture on the elite and how they're gobbling up us as people, how the elites are getting together, having coffee and everything from different groups in the organization, the dark forces, how they're keeping us at bay and keeping us corralled, And he's
Virtual, I want to go back to a comment that you got 2 comments up. It says Trump came into Texas and supposed Abbott, and Abbott is WEF, which I already knew that. I knew Abbott was WEF. And hi, Kelly. And then you said Abbott opened the border and is still lying his ass off. Motorcycle cops just passed. Did y'all see that? You're right, because he's had Biden's whole presidency to stop Biden if that was his choice. Because whether or not you are under federal jurisdiction as a state, you have a right to put up a border wall if you so choose.
That's right.
And that was the question that I kept asking because I've lived in Texas long enough now that I'm just at that point where I'm like, well, what the hell are you doing? Besides sitting on your ass complaining about the border.
But just something to think about. Just really something to think about. Don't you think he would have left after he left presidency? Don't you think he would have gave up and walked away?
No,
He did not.
no,
He did not.
because I'm the first one to agree with you. But I'm just saying everybody that we have ever dealt with since Hoover, I guess, and probably before that, has been crooked and bought by these people.
Right.
They are running our country and they are their pawns.
And a lot of them look good.
They did.
The The only one to win against the grain was John F. Kennedy.
And look where he got him.
It got him. Yeah. Him and
Yep.
Bob. His brother, too, was the same way.
And his son.
Yeah.
'Cause you ain't never gonna convince me that that wasn't done and done on intentionally.
Okay,
Yeah.
but now wait. Donald Trump is still a cousin of the Kennedys.
Look, there's a lot of lines of the Kennedys and of Princess Diana in those veins.
Yep.
I'm telling you, if you will put a picture of Diana, Princess of Wales, beside his grandson, the resemblance is unfreaking remarkable. I'm just saying.
You wonder how far back it's been groomed, you know?
Yep.
That's the thing. You wonder how deep the roots go, because all my life I've seen this, 73 years, this stuff,
Yep.
and you get used to it, get numb to it. That's the problem. We all get complacent.
Yeah, but and it's all about bloodlines. But and then Virtual says no, Trump is one of them. I'm not fooled. He is a 33rd degree Mason. Okay, if that's true, then the Masons come before everything.
Yeah.
Everything. These men take blood oaths and sacrifices and all kinds of stuff.
There's so much.
That's just gross.
There's even more that we don't know. That's the problem. There's a lot of hidden stuff, deep stuff that we will never know.
Nope. Won't.
We will never know. All we can do is stand on our own 2 feet and try to fight and get back what we had.
I tell you what, I think what we need to do is first, all the daggum Christians in this United States of America need to all group up in one spot. And they need to stop praying until God sends an answer. Because I'll be honest with you, I feel like that if it don't come from the man above, it's not going to work.
Right. But the church has been tainted too.
Little round potatoes.
Look at the Episcopalian church. That's gone. It's totally corrupted. Churches are just, as far as God, God's out of the church. A lot of.
Yeah, but the thing is there are still people just like patriots that love America.
Yeah.
There are still people that's in this country that love God and serve Him even outside the church.
Right.
Personally, me, I prefer to serve Him outside the church.
Right, because a lot of the churches are telling you the totally opposite way. They're following the government's guideline to get their tax money, their 501c3s, and their tax breaks, and whatever, and they're using it to build a business instead of a church.
Okay, well, Nina said that he loves the country. I get it and I see it. But here again is my issue. We, the people, have to be nonpartisan. We can't be about Republicans or Democrats. We got to be about our children and our grandchildren.
And our country.
Right. It cannot be, well, we're going to follow this person or that person, because in the end, nobody's really changing anything.
No.
And nothing we are doing is drawing enough attention to change anything.
But that's where we got to come and play. That's where we got to stand united. We all have to stand united. No Democrat, no Republican.
Okay, so now what? Now the biggest question, how do we unite us? Okay, after every failed attempt that's been attempted, what do we do different?
Keep talking about it.
Obey our law and go by the Constitution, plain, flat, and simple. Not all these take 30 years to write to type up all the rules that they've got passed in the legislature. We need to get rid of them, dump them. Vote new people in, vote people to do the job. And there got to be some way we show them that we're not going to take them stealing our elections
Well, see, I asked Convoy, I made this suggestion to Convoy Santa when we were on the lawn in DC. It was just me and him talking. A very rare occasion, I got to sit down and talk to this man. But I asked him, I said, why can't we have a We the People party? And Santa explained it to me like this. He said that you got the Democrats and you got the Republicans. So if you throw in, let's say, something aside from an independent, he said all that's going to do is give the Democrats the ability to take everything.
Right.
Because, and I'm not exactly sure how it all works out, but basically he said that it would wind up hurting us more than it would help us.
It's a negative vote is what it is. We don't have enough independents to carry a party.
Okay, but my suggestion is, okay, if that's the case, then how about we rewrite some shit that's been existing for a long time to make it where this cannot happen?
How are we going to do that?
I don't know, but I'm just saying our forefathers freaking put this crap together.
Right.
They were probably smoking hash all day. I'm just saying, who knows? But if it was written, and as much as they're rewriting our damn Constitution, we can rewrite their ass out of offices.
But we have to get the ability to vote them out. We have to get safe elections.
I don't even say, I'm just saying change the whole damn thing. Cancel Congress, cancel the Senate, cancel the UN, just get rid of it all. FBI, GBI, it's all just get rid of CPS first.
Yeah, that'd be a revolution, and that would take.
Yep.
Yeah, that's scary.
I'm just saying, all of these places that I just named are counter-American and counter-family.
Yeah,
they're against all that. And all they're doing is taking what we build and what we have worked for our entire life and just shred it to hell because they can.
Yeah.
And
but we're allowing it to happen. We are allowing that to happen.
Yeah, well, that's because people just gotten to where they don't know shit. They're just not educated no more.
Well, that's where you come into play. That's where right now. That's exactly where it starts.
Because
you just answered your own question.
They sugar-coated it, and we took the sugar. We took the.
Well, it's and that's what's so funny is that reminds me of being in Santa's chat the first couple months. Buddy, they hated me so bad because I didn't mix no bones. I didn't hold back my tongue. If it come in my mind, I put it in chat. And I said it just like it was. And they did not want me in there because of it. And I'm like, and then Santa just had to go, look, I don't see anything she said not right. So I don't know what y'all want me to do. And so finally they left me alone. And because of that, I have the presence about me that I have now because I still don't hold my tongue and I'm not going to.
Well, we need a lot more people on fire is what we need.
Yep. You just answered your own question.
Everybody be speaking up in one way or another, whether it's online or at home, on the phone, with representatives.
Well, and I believe you too, because, and this is a very stupid example, but I want to lighten the mood a little bit. If I go to Red Cactus's house and I stump my toe on one of her cactuses and I sue her, that's all well and good. But if me and Red Cactus meet halfway and go, you know what, you're going to live, don't worry about it, it's just a big issue, and they communicate, then that's a bad thing because it's easier just to be mean to a person just because you can.
Yeah.
That's the mentality our kids are being taught.
Right.
Don't negotiate. Don't communicate. Don't get together with your family. Don't like your mom and dad. And God forbid, don't respect them. Turn them into the cops if they don't do what you want them to do, and we'll put them away and take you away, and it'll be just groovy and gravy. And then they put them in foster care system, and they start getting abused
Yeah.
or sold into trafficking or
Grass
worse.
isn't greener on the other side.
What?
The grass isn't greener on the other side.
I've been trying to tell my kids that for the last 13 years.
Yeah.
And the devil has control.
Yep.
Plain and simple. I mean, you know, he has the dominion now. But we are supposed to, by the word, you know, do the work. We're the caretakers, you know, even though the devil has domain, we're the caretakers. We got to keep it straight. We got to work at it. Not just sit back and let somebody else do it.
Right.
And that's what we're
And see, I think that's where a lot of people don't realize that what we need is everybody that can be hands-on to be hands-on.
hands
The
on.
people who cannot be hands-on support the ones that are.
Right. Now,
And
here's-
when I say support, I mean, if you want to contribute, then you don't have to contribute financially or even be out there with them. But you can contribute in some way. There's something you can do to help.
Yeah.
You know,
Even if you talk to one person a day, just one,
Yeah. Just
you're
one.
making a difference.
That my
You're making a
time,
difference.
that person might talk from 10 to 100. You
Yep.
never.
Yep.
You never know.
and I'm going to tell you, there's a young lady that comes on YouTube, and this is not going to go well with some of y'all, but her name is Hot Mess Summer. And if you watch her, she's amazing to me because she's doing something that's very, very needed. And she's helping the homeless. So she goes out and she gives out food and she helps with jackets and basically all the little things that they need to get through.
And you
She,
know that,
she feeds them. She'll give them clean needles, everything, because she knows they're going to do drugs. So she would rather them have the proper stuff to do it with
and we have
than
times,
use dirty needles and all this other stuff.
we have towns and cities that will arrest you for helping the homeless.
Yep.
But then we have other cities that they're camping all the way down their streets.
Yeah. Fort Worth used to be like that.
It's I mean, yeah, just like down here in Florida, the Lake Eola where we went for where the rainstorm caught everybody when we had that training rally.
I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of people that are homeless today because of unfortunate circumstances. Okay.
You can't.
There are a majority of homeless today that want to be where they are.
No, nobody wants to be there.
Right.
No, I don't believe that. I've been around them too much. Buy Red Cactus, or no, it's Virtual that's leaving. I've been around them too much. If you talk to them, they are the smartest people that you'll ever talk to. And
Yeah,
as far as most of them are veterans, they serve their country. They feel neglected and betrayed by their country.
Exactly.
And I'm just saying, these are the people that when you sit down and talk to them and you want to learn what's really going on, then you need to find the veterans in the homeless population because they'll tell you exactly like it is.
Exactly.
Yep,
Exactly.
I will. We're just kind of getting off the beaten track here, guys. A little bit. We need to stay. We need to stay focused. We got to stay focused.
People first.
Jamie Crow, how's things going on your Patriot blanket for Trump?
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming faster than we think it's coming. At least I'm in contact with the team, which is this is why I say they are absolutely amazing patriots. Like we said a year ago, if it wasn't for the people that I've met in TPC and all along the way, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. There's just no way.
There's people out there that want to do good. I mean, we just
Yep. There's
But
a
there's-
lot of people out there that want to do
We just have to figure out how to find them and get them grouped up. And that's going to be the biggest thing.
how can we get people to stay with their group, but to help with other groups and make, national freedom movement without having a big, large organization, because an organization would kill it,
That's a big mission. That is a big mission for one person to handle.
Yeah, the leaders kill it.
Hmm.
The leaders kill it. So and nobody wants to go out of their group and help other groups.
Right. But
It
that's
just-
not part of it. That's where we got to stand united. Everybody's got to work together.
I'm
Then
not-
that's where you put a person in place that their whole thing is to set it up in other states where that's what she's going to do, or he.
Hmm.
I mean, that's going to be your job. You're going to learn from the original person, and then when you do, you're going to go get it set up in every other state.
Yeah, Kentucky and all of them doing a good job with 1776. I mean, they're doing fantastic. But we got to get other groups and not say you got to as you can't be in your group belong things like that where other groups have told you couldn't be with so and so. That's what we got to stamp out. This individualism, this individual groups that want to be on their own. It just can't be
Can't
done.
work that way.
It
Can't
can't.
work that way.
We have to unite. That's the key word, unite, and get everybody together and not have any wishy-washy fallouts.
And everybody work together as one.
And if you have a problem with an individual, take with the individual. Keep a group out of it.
Yeah, and whatever you do, don't go live doing it.
No,
Correct.
don't line. Don't spill it out to the country. 'Cause
No.
it goes everywhere. It goes around the world, not just here. It goes around the world.
That's the craziest damn crap I've ever seen. I mean, just even me having to yell at the kids. And I hate having to deal with the kids when I'm on live. And so this is what I did yesterday. I got them though. And I told them, because Chris asked me yesterday morning, he said, Mama, can I call my buddy from Georgia today? And I told him, I said, well, it depends on the day. Well, he knew that I was fixing to do a clip of Freedom Jeopardy's stream. And so did his brother, which requires me to screen record it, which means that anything behind me in the background is going to show up on the live.
Right. Right.
So what do? They decide to beat on the damn door behind me and make all this noise. And when I finally got finished and I finished with the live and everything, I told the kids when they asked me to call their friend, I said, no. I said, if you can't respect my personal space when I'm trying to do a live or a recording, I'm not gonna let you use my stuff.
But you know something? People like that stuff. People like to see it. They like to hear it. Don't worry. Don't worry. They like things in between. It brings spontaneity to your broadcast.
Yeah, well,
You're human, just like the rest of us. Just like the rest of us. I got a lizard here that watches me every time I go on.
you're right, Nina.
Sitting on my computer. I call him Coffee. But he's been here for probably 2 weeks. Just sitting there watching me. I guess it's the light from the computer attracts the bugs that he eats. I don't know. But
Well,
people
my thing is my boys though, I don't like them to be on camera as much.
well, yeah.
And I don't, Chris shows that it's like him and Carol kind of have like a relationship. When I'm live somewhere outside of if I'm live somewhere public and I have to step away from him, Carol kind of covers my back because he likes to do the live stream. So she kind of looks after him. But other than that, I really don't like Chris being on camera that much, or Aiden for that matter, because if he wants to do a genuine interest in the live stream, that's one thing. But if you just want to get on camera to clown around, I don't have time for it.
How old is he?
Fixed to be 14.
14. Well, have him start something a little bit of, with your observation. Have him start his own channel or something.
He has his channel, but the problem is is we restrict their internet access. As a matter of fact, right now they don't have any at all.
Uh-huh.
And they don't have no tablets or nothing. Because I'd be dadgum if I'm gonna have kids sitting around here on their butt doing nothing but,
Right.
playing their tablets all day.
You
No,
have,
Hey,
you're
that's-
gonna get out and
wait,
play basketball. You're going to the pool. You're getting outside.
This is a good idea. This is a good idea. Do a history lesson and have them do a short on it.
anything,
Yeah, do a
And-
history lesson and have them do a short on it.
or something he's interested in, talk about it. Don't do it all the time. Do it like
Right.
maybe
Right.
once a week, twice a week, just a little hour program or something. Let him get involved and learn.
Make it something positive.
Positive. It's great. I mean, I'm trying to do that with my granddaughters, and
Well,
Sammy's practicing. I told her, don't act, just act like you're talking to me.
Because one more short is going to be better than none.
Right. And who
yeah.
knows?
I most definitely I've got my gears turning. I'm trying to think some things out. I'm trying to figure out a way that we can kind of try to get something rolling. But
And incorporate them
let 'em-
into it.
let them hear-
Incorporate them into it.
Let them hear the politics.
Yeah.
Into it. Don't force it into them.
oh no, they hear it all the time. Me and Deuce talk about it all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't force it. Don't force it on them, but they'll come around. They'll.
Yeah. Make it fun.
Yeah. You don't have to. They know. They know. I mean,
Yeah, they're not dumb. They're not dumb.
I was saying the other day, my great grandson, he's 5. He called me up. He says, "Papa," he says, "who came first, Adam or Eve?" And I'm thinking, here my great grandson's. They know. Papa knows.
That's how you'll get the kids involved. That's
Right.
exactly how you'll get the kids involved.
Well,
Mhm.
trust me, that's one thing my kids know about the Constitution. They know about freedom. They know about all that. They're involved in our flag waves.
Well,
They
then let
wouldn't
them
take
talk
Selma
about
with
it.
us.
Let them talk about it.
And they love the flag waves. Let me tell
And
you,
they love the flag waves. There you go. There you go.
they love it. All of them. I don't care.
Get
Hey.
5 friends to do a flag wave for them. And
Yeah.
let them videotape it. Put short on it.
Y'all can do it as a family. Get out there.
Yeah, I was about to say we have enough flags, but it would literally be me, Chris, and Aiden if we did it, and it could kind of be like a social experiment type deal.
Yep.
To go down to the intersection where Walmart is, right there on the corner, and hold the flags and just see what happens.
Right.
Yep.
I've been telling people to go out every Saturday at 1:00, and do it. But the last 2 Saturdays, I've been sicker than a dog with what's bothering me.
Yep.
I have to go make it out myself.
Or
Well,
I
Nita,
have-
you have a mix of people on the streets.
Yep.
You do have addicts on the streets. You've got a lot of wealthy people living on the street too. People don't realize that.
yeah, there's people.
You got people with money all over the streets.
that
They're just tired of the rules.
right.
you can have them sing for freedom at 9:00 every night.
Go online and look at the people that living out of their cars,
Yeah.
and they're not poor. They're not poor. It's just like Wendy B. She lives in her camper. A lot of people online showing they live in their vans and stuff. Just to get away from city life.
City life gets boring, and not only that too, but we're lucky in Burleson because we have really fresh air here, and I'm big on that. Get out and breathe the air. Get sunshine on you. Get out and enjoy your environment. Entertain yourself. There's one.
There you go.
So yeah, my kids are. There's a lot of people that ask them at school, "Man, you ain't got a cell phone?" "No, my mom won't let me have one."
Right.
"You're damn right, I won't let you have one."
Yep. Well,
So, but yeah, I'm fixing to end this live, y'all. I'm
Yep,
getting a
I'm gonna
bad
go.
feedback. It's driving me nuts.
Uh-oh.
I love y'all. We'll get together and we'll rant again one day, Carrie, and see what we can do.
Yeah, we got to do something. We got to stand strong.
All right. Well, the three of us think about it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: the three of us right now, that's on screen,
And I'm on.
we need to think about this and figure out how, as a group, we can start getting this rolling.
And I'm on usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay.
But Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon, I'm there.
All right. Love you all.
Okay,
Love
Make
you
a difference
too.
today. Make a difference.
Yep.
Make a difference, Patriots. Make a difference.
Everybody make a difference.
Yep.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.